Hello, everyone. You're listening to South Bay Sports Radio. I'm your host, Nick Ingram. Today I'm talking with Mary Star head football coach Tyler Sestich. The Stars finished the 2024 season with 10 wins, but its season ended in heartbreaking fashion, losing in overtime on the road in the CIF Southern Section Division 12 semifinals. I'll dig into Sestich's coaching background, the season, and more.
I'm here today with Tyler Sestich, the head football coach at Mary Star High School. Tyler, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You came into this season with the intention of, please fill in the blank.
I just wanted to change the culture at Mary Star, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get it back on track, get the kids excited about Mary Star football, and win some games.
Now, what was your mindset coming into the season, knowing the culture that you wanted to create?
I thought it was going to just take a lot of energy, positivity, getting guys that cared about Mary Star big time too. So, like, my entire coaching staff, a lot of them are alumni. I have my brother, my cousin, all played football for Mary Star. One of my best friends is my defense coordinator. One of my other best friends is special teams coordinator. It's all guys from Pedro. So it's pretty cool. And I just came into the mindset thinking we're positive, the kids are going to be positive, and they're going to be excited about what we're doing.
Last year, the team finished 3-7, and you became the fourth coach in a 4-year span. What was the biggest thing that you saw needed to change?
I mean, that's tough, man. Being the fourth coach in 4 years was tough, especially because I was around when the next change happened. When obviously, because I teach at the school, so I've been there every single time the changes happen, and the kids just take it hard every single time, and like they could because they're kids. So I think one thing was trust, thinking like, oh, is this guy going to be here at all? Like, yeah, I mean, is going to be here for the long haul? Is he here for 1 year, then he's gone? And I think what helped me a little bit is I know the kids because I've taught there for a couple of years. They trusted me. And then I came into saying, hey, look, I'm here to stay, man. I care about the school. I'm an alumni. I was the first alumni out of all those four coaches. I care. I'm here to win. I'm here to help you guys succeed. And I think that's kind of resonated with the group a little bit.
How did this season shape into a successful one?
I think, one, we had really good players, to be honest with you. I think, like, I'm not the one on the field playing, which is one thing. I think coaching's overrated a little bit. I think coaches get too much credit sometimes. I had great players. Andrew Washington, Tanner Rollins, Jordan Barber, Daniel Lamelli, there's Max Marinkovich, so many guys I'm going to say were just really good football players. So one, that helps big time. And the other thing is we had a really collective buy-in from the beginning. I think the kids really had one goal. They wanted to win. They were excited and they wanted to bring positivity. And once you start winning, it's kind of contagious. So they wanted to keep it rolling the entire time. We never had like a doubt on ourselves. We thought we were going to go all the way. We went pretty far, which is pretty cool. I think we won just as many games as they have in the last 3 years. So that was pretty excited for the kids.
Who or what were some of the X factors this season?
We had, obviously, Andrew Washington was a terrific player. He earned himself a Division I offer from Idaho too, which is pretty cool for him. First one we had in Mary Star in a really, really long time. So that was a cool thing. Tanner Rollins was huge at quarterback. He's only played quarterback 2 years, and I think he threw 36 touchdowns and like 5 interceptions, something like that, 3,000 yards. So that was huge. Jordan Barber was our captain, gigantic. I think in the 2 playoff games he had 40 carries a game, which was pretty crazy. And then Max Marinkovich too, who's the son of my old former coach in high school, was our leader, center, like the smartest kid I've ever played with or coached. So I think we had a lot of kids that contributed and a couple of kids that really put us over the top.
The team's scoring average over a 12-game span was outrageous. You start the season, you score 38 plus in the first 4 and over 50 in 5 games. How potent was this offense?
It was pretty awesome. It was cool to. This is the first time I really had my own offense without any other input or anything down, anyone like coming down on me. So it was cool. I mean, I was started off as a offense coordinator in the double wing at Mary Star on JVs like 6 years ago, and then I coached at Lawndale under Travis Clark, which really helped me big time. And I'll talk about him later too. But he's awesome. And then he taught me how to be like physical, like power football. And then I played football at Harvard College under Dean Dowdy, who is like one of the founders of like the run and shoot. So I think it was a pretty good combination of the run and shoot and then a lot of power, 21 personnel offense from that one from Travis Clark. So it was pretty cool to combine being able to throw the ball, being able to run the ball, and our offense was really able to morph into whatever we needed that week.
Travis Clark is one of those coaches that is positive and asks a lot out of his players and his staff. How much did you learn from a guy like him?
Travis Clark taught me how to be a football coach. Him, Sean Weston, his defense coordinator, those guys taught me how to be a football coach. I learned like football, how to deal with kids, how to deal with administration. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. So I'm super grateful to those guys, and you can see how great coaches they are. They have Long Beach Wilson in the CAF championship for the first time in its history. So it kind of speaks to how they are as coaches and how they mentored me. So it was pretty cool.
Now, we spoke after the Bishop Montgomery game. What did that game mean, not just to you, but the program, the school, and the community?
It meant a lot. Like I said, I think I told you after the game too. My grandma went to Mary Star, my mom, all my uncles, my cousins, and we never won. We never won that game ever. I remember in high school, I'm like, it was 4 years in a row, and we lost JVs, varsity, every single time to them. I'm like, man, this is driving me nuts, and I hate losing. I'm a crazy competitor, and it just like, I mean, a little bit like they take the same kids we do from the feeder schools, the Catholic schools. So it's kind of like you're competing every year to see who's on top. And then last year they beat them too, which was pretty cool. And then I think this year it gave the kids the belief that, hey, look, we're a really good football team. We beat these guys last year. Maybe we weren't as good. And I think we came out and really showed what we are. And it was huge for the kids, huge for the community. And I think it's like hopefully it sets the standard for a couple of years to come.
What would best describe your coaching philosophy?
I try to. I mean, if you ask the kids, I think the first day I coached them, I told them if you cut my arms up, I'd bleed blue and gold. So I think that's one thing. The number one thing was passion. So we talked about passion. We talked about effort. We talked about, like I said, just being overwhelming passion and effort for the school. And I think that was the biggest thing that we took out of it. And the kids really bought into it, and they believed in just positivity and passion, and it was just huge for us. And you see it on the field. You see it everywhere.
To be able to make it to the semifinal round in your first year,
Mm-hmm.
what does that say about not only the staff around you, but the players, the families that bought in to what you wanted to accomplish?
Yeah, well, our biggest mantra the entire year was us versus us. So we had that on everything. We put it on our social media. We had it in our weight room. We had it on all of our scouting reports. It was always just us versus us. And it was just things I'd seen the last 15 years being really involved at Mary Star and seeing like, man, we've had talent every year. We have kids we have good football players. We have the facilities. We have a beautiful school. Like, why aren't we winning? And I think it was a lot of it was the mindset and like just the thought about like, hey, we're the ones beating ourselves all the time. Like maybe we go in not thinking we could win. So we wanted to flip that. So we flipped it completely on its head and say, hey, look, man, I don't care like who we play. I don't care if we played Genevieve, St. Monica, Bishop, I don't like anyone. Like it was like it's us versus us. We talked about it in the playoffs. We talked about it all over the place. Like we're gonna be the ones that win. We're gonna be the ones that beat ourselves. I think it really stuck with the kids, and they really truly believed it. And they only thought was if we could do it, we could achieve it. So it was pretty awesome to see that collective buy-in and see themselves really embrace what they had to do.
Now, you've been coaching for a good couple years now. There are rewarding aspects of coaching and there are draining aspects of coaching. But what would be some of the most rewarding aspects of coaching?
Just honestly seeing the kids like after they graduate. And I'm really not that old, man. I'm 28 years old, but I've been coaching since I was 20, 21. So now I have kids that really aren't that much younger than me, but they're like, I see them out and they're all excited. A lot of them have successful jobs. They're going to really good schools. And it's not just football. Some of the kids are just succeeding in what they want to accomplish. And then it's really awesome seeing kids go play college football. It's been 3 years now I've had a kid go Division I, so it's pretty cool to see that as well and see their hard work pay off.
Now, I reached out on X, Twitter, whatever we can call it these days, and I did get one question from a follower. How do you continue to build a culture within the South Bay Harbor area to get kids to want to come play for the Stars? And how do you build off of this year's semifinal appearance?
One, I think I'm authentically myself, to be honest with you. Every kid I talk to, all the 8th graders, 7th graders, we really invited them to like come check it out and see it, and they see like our kids bought in completely. So I always tell the kids, hey, look, you want this program to succeed? You guys are my biggest selling point. The way you guys act, the way you guys handle yourselves, the passion, like we said, the passion you have for the school, that really resonates with young kids to see it. And I think one thing we did was we really hired a couple guys that were connected to the Pop Warner schools or the Pop Warner teams. I played for the PV Pop Warner program too, so I think having those connections and being a local guy really helps too, and really showing kids that you believe in them. We've talked about like go where you want it, where you're wanted. We want these kids. I'll take anyone. Like I'll develop people. I don't care if you want to play football, you can play football for me, and I'll help you out. And I think that resonates with a lot of kids too that really just want to feel like they could go somewhere and be wanted and succeed and do what they want to accomplish. And I think that's been one thing we've really talked about too. And then to build off that semifinal appearance was huge. And we told the kids when they left, like, you better thank these seniors. They set the bar for you for years to come. And I think now that's the standard we want to accomplish because we want to win games. And if we maintain our culture and everything we talked about, I think that should happen in the near future. I'm not going anywhere. I'm 28 years old. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I'm a kind of a sicko for football. So every single thing I think about is building our program and being the best coach I could be.
Now, here's another question from me as a fan's perspective is there a program in the area that you would like to model your program after?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you're interviewing Guy Gardner too, because I think PV's done a really good job of being successful every year, year in, year out. They're a good team, and they really cultivate guys from the South Bay themselves and play well. And I think that winning culture is something I want to do. And I think we create our own culture as well too. We have a beautiful school, beautiful facilities, great teachers, great coaches, great kids, and I think it can be something pretty special that no one's ever seen coming. It's pretty cool.
All right, a little bit less serious questions. Who are some of your all-time favorite football players?
Joe Montana, 100%. So when I was a kid, my dad used to put on NFL films all the time. I used to watch that when I was a kid. I used to love Joe Montana. I still do every time we score. I do the touchdown signal every single time. It's just been a habit I've done since I was a little kid. I wore 16 my entire life till I got to high school, till someone else had it, and I had to wear a different number. So Joe Montana was a big one for me, and I think Joe Namath was a huge one for me too. And I think what really resonated with me with those guys is just how they're like calm under pressure, a little bit of that moxie, and that's kind of how I try to act. I get fired up. I mean, you see me on the side, I get fired up, but I think the biggest thing is the moment's never too big, and believe in our kids and we can do anything.
Say I was not from the area and I came to you asking you for a meal recommendation. Where would you send me?
Oh, there's a couple spots in Pedro. You go to the Pacific Diner, which is pretty good. It has like that old school 50s look. You get some steak bits. You're gonna see at least 10 people that you know. It's pretty cool. So I love the diner. If you want to get some dinner, you go to Green Onion down on 6th Street and hit a bunch of those local spots that have been there for a long time.
Awesome. Tyler, thank you for your time. Heck of a season, and I look forward to seeing what the Stars can do in the future.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving.